All right, hey, it's Junkman from VintageRock.com, and we're here at NAMM 2019. Backstage, just got done with the Legends of the Sunset Strip, and true legend himself right here. You know him as the singer from Toto back in the day, and here he is. This is Bobby Kimball.
Yes, I am. I am the original lead singer of Toto. I was with Toto 2 times for 18 years, but I sang on almost every one of their biggest hit songs, and that is so awesome. And I absolutely love the band Toto. I always will.
Well, as we all do, man. I mean,
yes, of course.
Now you're from Louisiana. Now, how did you hook up with the LA boys of Toto? I mean, they're famous for being high school buddies together in LA.
Okay, now you're going to hear something pretty wild. In 1974, I got a phone call from the bass player, drummer, and guitar player from the band Three Dog Night. And the Three Dog Night singers left that band and it broke up. And the bass player, drummer, and guitar player from Three Dog Night called me in Louisiana, told me they were sending me a ticket, get out to LA, and I did. I sang with a band. The name was S.S. Fools, and it was very, very fun because I absolutely adored Three Dog Night. But when we did about 2 months of rehearsals in this studio, David Paich and Jeff Porcaro, the 2 guys that put the band Toto together, they knew those Three Dog Night guys. They came to over 10 of our rehearsals, and I was playing keyboard and singing all the time. And I got to be friends with David and Jeff. Oh my God, they were so awesome. Jeff was the best drummer I've ever heard, and David, one of the best keyboard players and writers I've ever heard. But Jeff Porcaro died in 1993, and that broke my heart. David Paich is not out on the road with Toto right now. He has diabetes, and he's been in his house for about 9 months. There's 2 original members in Toto at the moment. One of my favorite players in the world called Steve Lukather, the guitar player. Oh my God, he's such an awesome friend of mine. And the other original player is Steve Porcaro, the second keyboard player in Toto. And they are the 2 original members, and they have had to hire some other players. But I'm sure they did not get bad players to be in Toto. If you're going to do Toto songs, you have to have great guys.
Yep, absolutely. Well, they've been on literally hundreds of records as the background band. So something I wanted to ask you about is lately, there's been such a big resurgence with the band Weezer redoing Africa. Now, how do you feel about like all this big new interest with all the kind of the quote unquote millennial people that are really into the song again,
I have to tell you, I have heard about 7 other people and some choruses doing the song Africa and recording them on, do you see it on YouTube?
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome because the song is absolutely great.
Yeah.
Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you.
You can still hit those notes, man. It's pretty funny. That's awesome. You know what? After all these years, you can nail it, So, sounds great. Another question that we figured we'd ask of you while I got you here, man. Tell us the feeling that you get when you go to the Grammy Awards and they tell you that you've won, 5 or 6 Grammy Awards in one night? Tell us about that feeling.
Okay. In 1981, we recorded the Toto 4 CD. 1982, we were on a 1-year tour all over the world. And when we got back to Los Angeles right before 1983, we got messages and calls from the Grammy Awards, and they told us that we were nominated for 8 Grammys. Well, no one in the world had ever been nominated for more than 4 Grammys, and if they did, they won 1 or 2. Well, I was thinking if we're nominated for 8 we probably are going to win one or two. But when we got to the Grammys and we were sitting close to the stage, but there were so many absolutely famous musicians all around us that had some nominations. And by the end of the Grammy Awards show, we had gone on the stage 6 times and got 6 Grammys each. Unbelievable. And that guy, Steve Lukather got one other Grammy. He got a 7 one. That is a song he wrote with Bill Champlin, and it is absolutely awesome. So he's got 7 Grammys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But I love him to death. He's so great. He's on the road right now. I came out here looking for Steve Lukather again. I saw him again last year. But we text each other occasionally, and I absolutely adore how great he is.
He's pretty awesome, man. I've always considered him to be my favorite guitar player in Los Angeles these days.
He is the best.
Because he's so versatile. A lot of people don't know that that's him playing guitar on Beat It for the most part in the Michael Jackson record, That's him playing the guitar part and Eddie Van Halen just doing that one quick solo. The rest was Luke, and there's thousands of records like that.
I did so many concerts with Michael Jackson and Starship. You would not believe.
That's right. You remember with Starship for a while.
Actually, Mickey Thomas.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson. Well, dude, you've done so many different things. Bobby, how does it feel about, these days playing in front of your peers here at the NAMM convention? Tell us about your feelings about playing in front of, fellow musicians. Yeah.
Oh, I've played here several times before. And, by the way, let me tell you, there's a guy here, he is the second in demand. He's the second CEO of NAMM. And he's also my federal accountant. His name is Alan Friedman from Indianapolis. And he is absolutely an awesome, great person to me. But he always allows me to come to NAMM. And, gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. Coming to the NAMM convention is the best that you can do.
I agree wholeheartedly. Absolutely. Where can people find out more about Bobby Kimball these days? Websites and things like that? Where can they find out about you?
Well, actually, I have a friend that writes the music for records. I write the lyrics and sing the songs. In the year 2000, me and John Zeka, the guy that wrote the music, and I wrote all the lyrics and sang the song. In 2000, we released a song called All I Ever Needed. And last year, we did it again, did a new one. And the last time I sang the last song on the album, I went home. John took the record and went to Cleopatra USA label. And while he was there, he told them they have to name the album Bobby Kimball, We're Not in Kansas Anymore. And it is a fabulous album.
Cool. Well, we'll all look forward to it, Bobby. I appreciate you talking with us here at VintageRock.com.
I appreciate talking to you.
Yeah,
no problem. I love it.
Enjoy. We'll find Bobby at a city near you. You're going to be touring a lot in 2019?
Well, I'm going to take a ride.
There you go. On his brand new vehicle. You got snacks in there, too, I see. There's a whole lot of them
good.
in there. So
I'm going to have a bite and take a ride. No, I'm just kidding.
That's great. Well, again, great set. Thanks for talking with us here at VintageRock.com.
I walk all over NAMM every time I'm here.
As we do, man. That's what we do. So, again, it's Junkman from VintageRock.com with Bobby Kimball.
I love this stage, and I love to play at NAMM because the people here are so musical. It's unbelievable.
Imagine that here. Take care, guys.